back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So the update on the murder is it was a real estate dispute, and apparently what happened was there was a dispute, there was an argument, then there was a fight, and then this guy got dragged out of the car and stabbed to death on the ground, and then the guy who stabbed him to death on the ground put him in his car and took him to the hospital. Like Chopper Reed and Neville fucking Bartos. No one seems to give a shit either. I'm surprised how well people in the street have taken it. Kids are out there playing badminton again. They love badminton here. They fucking love a little bit of shuttlecock. I suppose it's a pretty good sport to play if you've got no athletic ability, like most of India. No, that's not true. There's a couple of athletes around here somewhere. I haven't seen any athletes around here, but there surely are. It's not coming through with Olympic results, that's for sure. But India did win an Olympic medal last Olympics for shooting. You barely have to get out of your fucking chair for that. I would have thought with this many fucking people, the law of averages say there's gonna be some fucking standouts, isn't there? Where are they all in India? I was thinking about Australia and India. Australia has 24 million people, which is fuck all. I think Karnataka, which is the state we're in here, has like 50 or 60 million or something like that. Maybe 80. I haven't checked it out. But it's a lot more than Australia has in total. But I was thinking about the 1 in a million person. Like whether it's looks-wise, hotness, whether it's talent, sporting ability, smarts, intelligence. I think that's what smarts is. In Australia, there's only 24 1 in a million people. Like if you see a girl that is a 1 in a million, there's only 24 of them in Australia. In India, if you see a girl that's a 1 in a million, there's 1,350 of them. There's 1,350 1 in a millions. So if you're a 1 in a million hottie in India, there's still 1,350 people you have to compete against. There is still fucking hardcore competition at the top there. In India, you really have to be a 1 in a 50 million. If you say to someone here, you're 1 in a million, they'll fucking spit at you. They'll take it as an insult. What I'm trying to say is, surely you can find 1,000 1 in a million athletes in India. There's 1.35 billion people. All you need to do is find 1,000. Then cut that 1,000 down to 500 and just pour all your money into those 500 fucking athletes. Pour all of it in there. Not all of it, obviously. Save some money for the 500 hotties. We need to develop them as well. Maybe India's going to have to take a little leaf out of fucking China's book and find a couple of Yao Mings to fuck. Maybe just get the athletes and the hotties to fuck and then take the kids off them at a young age and just train them. Train them into the ground like Yao Ming. That's what the Chinese did with Yao Ming. I had no idea. They just found the two... they just found the two tallest people in China, forced them to fuck, and then Yao Ming, the Chinese NBA player, was born. And they just took him off the parents. They probably killed the parents. This is what you got to do to be on top of the world. You got to be ruthless. Kill the parents and then develop Yao Ming. And then Yao Ming spends like 8 years in the NBA before he has to retire through injury, which is a great fucking return. All you had to do was destroy, I don't know, maybe a dozen lives, including Yao Ming's. But now you have a symbol for everyone to look at. Yao Ming. Look, we are the best. Look at Yao. We told you we're the best. And Yao was fucking good. The only problem is Yao hasn't played for about 10, 12 years. And I'm pretty sure China didn't stop the eugenics project after Yao Ming. But there has been no other Chinese basketballers since Yao Ming. Well, any good ones anyway. So what is happening with all these Chinese basketball players? Everyone's concentrating on the Uyghurs and the genocide the Chinese government's pulling on the Uyghurs. But what about the genocide of all the shitty basketball players they're developing? What about all these poor fucking Chinese players that are buried in shallow graves because they only average 7 points a game and 1 assist? Is anyone looking into this? That's the problem with eugenics. It's pretty much a fluke anyway. Yeah, that's the only problem I can see with eugenics. The averages aren't good. Anyway, I almost forgot. I just remembered this week's Ask Boyle. I went on a little bit more of a rant there than I was supposed to. So this week's Ask Boyle was sent in from, I don't even know where he's actually from, and it wasn't even actually an Ask Boyle. He just asked me a question. But I'm now using it as an Ask Boyle because no one else sent me in a question. So start sending in some questions. You know I can cover pretty much all topics. I'm a wealth of knowledge. Send them in to my social media. I'm Boyle Comedy on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Or just email me on boylecomedy@gmail.com. So this week's Ask Boyle, which actually wasn't an Ask Boyle, was just a question, was, what does Vegemite taste like? I heard it in a song and I'm just curious. Well, thank you for sending in that Ask Boyle. Let me take care of this for you. So Vegemite is an Australian spread. We put it on toast, we put it on sandwiches. The best way to describe the taste and smell of Vegemite for guys is if you go on a 4 or 5 day bender and the only thing you drink is like a wheaty type beer, maybe like even an IPA, but like a heavily wheaty beer, and you don't eat anything and you just drink this wheat beer for 5 days straight. Also, don't shower. And at the end of 5 days, you'll have this like thick, grimy layer of muck on your balls. That is more or less Vegemite. It's delicious, but it takes a little bit of getting used to. Like having actual balls in your mouth. You need to adjust to it. It's better if you start young. It's better if you start young. And for the ladies, the only way to describe it for you is it's a yeast infection in a jar. That's what it is, really. It's a yeast extract. I think they scrape the bottom of beer barrels or something like that for it. I don't know what's in it. I never looked into it. I just ate that salty, thick jar of tar my parents put in front of me. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It's salty as fuck as well. And if you actually want to listen to the song the dude who sent this question in is talking about, it's called Vegemite by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, who sound like a fucking sweet band. And I listened to the song. It's a pretty sweet tune. I enjoyed it. Anyway, that's it for tonight. And I'll see ya the fuck later.